Right now on Live at 5, a Cedar Rapids teen is dead and police are looking for the gunman. Thank you for joining us on this Labor Day, everybody. I'm Joy Howe. Police say they believe the victim was targeted, but they have no leads on a suspect. CBS News reporter Dora Miller is live in Cedar Rapids tonight. She joins us now with the latest. Dora?
Joy, a memorial is now set up right over here to honor the life of the 15-year-old that was shot and later died over the weekend. According to records, police were called to this residence on the 300 block of 16th Street around 10:30 p.m., which is where the victim, Aaron Richardson, allegedly stopped to ask for help after he was shot. He was transported to St. Luke's Hospital where he died after surgery. This is the third shooting in 3 days, Cedar Rapids police tell us, and people in the neighborhood say the shooting of the young man is unacceptable and they're tired of dealing with the violence.
Sitting here watching this kid bleed last night, it's not a joyful thing. It was very painful to see this young man bleeding and throwing up blood. I'm still ain't all together, but I'm tired.
Cedar Rapids Police Chief Wayne German says they've conducted a number of interviews and they're still investigating where the shooting happened. They say they will be in this area for the majority of the day today, so watch out for that. They will be looking for evidence and trying to piece together what happened. Now, the shooting that happened earlier today on Monday, they're saying that might be connected to what happened last night. They're saying it could be in retaliation to what happened, but they're urging anyone with any information to come forward. Covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids, Dora Miller, CBS 2 News, live at 5.
Dora, thank you. An update now to a story that we first brought you over the weekend. Authorities have now identified a man found dead early Saturday morning. Police say he is 56-year-old Raymond Ursino. Investigators say Ursino had no permanent address, but his body was found in the 300 block of 5th Street Southeast. A cause of death has not been released. A pedestrian was killed walking across the street in Manchester last night. Just before 10, officers say they were called to the intersection of North Franklin and East Acres. The victim was taken to the hospital where they died. Police have not released any information about the driver or if any charges will be filed. 3 people are dead after a crash last night in Jones County. The Iowa State Patrol says a van was traveling west on Highway 64 when it crossed the center line and hit another vehicle head-on near 120th Avenue. The State Patrol says 11-year-old Jay Taylor, 18-year-old Alexis Taylor, and 75-year-old Sharon Taylor were all killed. All 3 were from Oxford Junction. Heavy rains hit a lot of us last night and more could be on the way. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Terry Swales to find out when it's coming. Terry.
Well, Joy, we've got some sunshine out there right now, but the showers and thunderstorms will enter the area later on tonight. It looks like the heaviest activity is going to be along and south of Highway 20, probably even closer to Highway 30 and further south. So the point is, our central and southern counties have the best chance of seeing the heaviest rains, and that is where a flash flood watch will be in effect. On the satellite, while we have some sunshine now in eastern Iowa, you can see showers and thunderstorms blossoming out there in eastern Nebraska and extreme western Iowa. Those will be in here during the late evening hours, and then will continue on a scattered basis into tomorrow. Temperatures are currently much warmer in our southern counties where we have mid-80s, upper 70s in the north, but the dew points are high all across the area, indicating it is muggy out there, and it's that moisture that will squeeze out in the showers and storms later tonight and tomorrow. And tomorrow temperatures won't be nearly as warm across the area. It looks like most of our highs will stay in the 70s, and then the showers and storms will finally wind down tomorrow night, and we'll get back to a better brand of weather towards the middle of the week.
All right, Terry, thank you. Another busy day on the campaign trail here in the corridor. Today, Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton made a stop at the annual Hawkeye Labor Council picnic. CBS News reporter Steffi Lee was there this morning. She joins us now with more. Steffi.
Well, Joy, try to imagine a life without competitive pay or even retirement security. It's not the easiest situation. Today, Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton reached out to hundreds of union workers who have those concerns. While she didn't make a formal speech, she did make a quick statement saying she would fight for workers' rights. Several union members we spoke to said historically they've sided with Democrats because they fought for the working man and woman. However, they said that they still need to be educated on all stances, especially where each candidate stands on labor issues.
Very energized and excited to learn more about where the candidates stand on issues that really matter to people in their pocketbooks, and issues like raising wages and protecting health care and retirement security and family-friendly workplace policies.
We also saw several Bernie Sanders supporters, but the union workers we spoke to say they just want voters to make an educated decision on labor issues. Steffi Lee, CBS 2 News, live at 5.
Steffi, thank you for that. And Clinton wasn't the only candidate in eastern Iowa on this Labor Day. Martin O'Malley spoke and spent time with voters at the Iowa City Federation Labor Picnic. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll have O'Malley's take on the big issues he says uniting Democrats. Meantime, another Democrat in the race, Bernie Sanders, continues to close in on Clinton. A new poll has Clinton with just an 11-point lead over Sanders. She used to have a 24-point advantage. Vice President Joe Biden is in third, even though he still hasn't entered the race. On the Republican side, Donald Trump's lead is expanding in Iowa. That same poll says the billionaire now has 29% support, up 12 points from July. Trump is 7 points ahead of Dr. Ben Carson. Candidates across the corridor are gearing up for a different election. Residents in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Linn-Mar, and a number of other school districts head to the polls tomorrow. They'll be casting their ballots for school boards as well as some bond referendums. To find out where you need to vote, head to our website, cbs2iowa.com. More than 30 kids from one Cedar Rapids neighborhood got a special treat to see the Boys of Summer today. CBS News reporter Marissa Scott is live at Veterans Memorial Stadium tonight with that story. Marissa.
Well, Joy, one Colonels fan noticed that there were many seats open this summer and thought that those seats should be filled with kids who don't get the chance to attend a baseball game. So he collected coupons and bought the tickets so kids ages from 3 to 17 could see their first baseball game right here on Labor's Day.
Welcome to Perfect Game Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
What are you going to watch today?
Baseball. For many kids like Ajay Reynolds, Jonah Johnson, and Devin Blackcloud, this is their first time watching the Boys of Summer.
This is my first ever game that I get to see. So I thought maybe if I saw a real baseball game, maybe I'll know what it would be like. So when I grow up, I can be that same person.
Before the first pitch,
Play ball.
They got to walk on the field, meet the players.
You're the best. You're the best.
Play catch, and run onto the diamond.
Win the game.
It's an experience the director of the HD Youth Center in Cedar Rapids says will last a lifetime.
A lot of people probably take for granted that you can just go to a baseball game, but not everyone can afford that. For many of our families, those are very true statements. They don't have a way to get here, they don't have the money, they just don't have the ability to enjoy something like this. So it's really special.
These kids spent all summer together through the Youth Center's free lunch program. So she says, what better way to celebrate going back to school than here at the Colonels game.
We've got a lot of kids who've never been to a baseball game, who've never been to the Colonels, who are really excited. One boy on his way here even said, I'm going to brag about this to all my friends.
Greg, he gave me a mitten so if I catch the baseball.
It's a memorable home run these kids will cherish forever.
It's going to be a really special memory for a lot of them.
The kids also gonna take home a goodie bag filled with a pair of sunglasses, a cup, and even a hat. Now, Stephen says they hope to continue this tradition and bring the kids back to the Colonels Stadium here next year. Covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids, Marissa Scott, CBS 2 News, live at 5.
And still to come tonight on Live at 5, a popular summer vegetable could make you sick. What you need to check for in your fridge and how many residents have already gotten sick. Meantime, a live look at the sky on the southeast side as drivers head home tonight. Looks like, Terry, Labor Day actually turned out to be quite nice, for the most part anyway.
Yeah, I don't think there were any complaints about that, maybe a little on the muggy side, but at least we had a dry day. But that will not last too much longer as showers and storms kick up around the area later on tonight, and we're watching closely the potential for some heavy rain. Got more right after this.